Okay.
Previously on Dragon Rift Ruby.
What?
On what?
I was gonna say Dragon Ball Rift, and then I realized it's a Ruby discussion, so I need to throw Ruby in there somewhere. So.
Where did the Dragon Ball come from?
The anime Dragon Ball Z. Each, like most anime, each episode starts off with like a previously, a little bit. So it's like previously on Dragon Ball Z, and then it would, do all the whole recap bit. Remember, I've been up and worked a lot today, so I'm only here because of energy drinks, so.
Uh-huh.
At least that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
The power of caffeine.
Anyway.
So...
Honestly, I think this is a rather eventful episode. Like, I mean, it wasn't even quite filler, I thought. Just, it seemed... Well, I guess it did just seem like a filler episode. Like, I mean, nothing other than finding out Jean, shockingly enough, is being, bullied. Like, there wasn't really much happened.
Most of the comments that I've seen are either related to Nora and her storytelling, or the bunny girl and going along with the rumors that Blake has ears hidden in her ribbon are now, more probable than not.
What does the bunny girl have to do with that, though?
Because
she's a confirmed faunus.
Yeah, it's like the first, human...
Her name is Velvetina, by the way. Velvet Scarlatina, sorry.
That's interesting.
I mean, I suppose. I mean, it was the first, faunus we've seen, but I mean, I guess it was pretty well assumed. But what I don't get is, obviously, the school accepts fauna, male and female, assumably, because I mean, there's a female one, so obviously I would then assume that they do accept males. Why would Blake then be hiding the fact that she's a fauna? Like, what does she gain? Other than, I suppose that you can make the argument other than not being bullied, but she seems like the kind that wouldn't take that. Her bullier would end up in a dark corner with broken legs.
Well, I can see that, but I think although, I can't really say much considering her character and her sort of more dorky side, but she kind of seems like, not so much that she was afraid of being bullied, more like she didn't want to, she didn't want the hassle, just to prevent, unnecessary sort of confrontation. She just mucus everywhere. She it's like in the back of my throat. It's just gross. She didn't want to have to deal with all the crap that obviously fauna get.
Fauna.
Well, no, I think actually the plural is fauna, and the singular is faunus, is what I'm going with. But no, and then of course it could also be related to sort of, her background before Beacon and stuff. So there could be other reasons as well that we haven't gotten to yet.
Yeah, I can see that. They just avoid the hassle, but I mean, this is where I'm starting to have the problem, especially with Blake more than anybody, as far as, headcanon versus, what we actually definitively know is, you would think, or I guess I would think, I'm not, I would think that she would be the first to step up and stop exactly what they saw happening. I mean, you could make the argument that they didn't notice what was going on, but I don't know. It seems highly unlikely since they made it so blatantly obvious to the audience. I don't know. And even Yang, I would think Yang would not be one to just sit back. And I mean, she doesn't seem the bashful type to sort of just try to stay out of it. She seemed like the one that would get right up in his face and make him toothless.
No, I totally agree. And I mentioned that in my journal that I was they're basically one table over. They're pretty much, Cardinal and Velvet were pretty much right across from Yang and Blake. And I mean, yeah, they were talking with Jean and stuff, but it just seemed and then Pierre's all oh, so atrocious and kind of thing. It's just but she didn't do anything. Like,
Well, the episode also ended on that scene as well, so that scene may not be over yet.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
But it
Sean
is
had already
over.
walked off and stuff, and like, I don't know, just seemed a little bit strange to me is all.
Yeah, I agree. And yeah, even Pura, I would think, would kind of at least maybe not necessarily like get up in his face like I would think Yang would, but I still think she. But based on what we know of her character, or presumably know about her character, I would think Pura would at least do something. Another thing that kind of bugs me about the episode is the whole rocket locker scene. not that there are rocket lockers, which is very difficult to say, and an interesting idea in theory, but like you would think any place. It's hard to judge because Professor Pringle can brought this ferocious animal into the middle of class and just said, oh yeah, you people who have been in school for 2 days, go ahead and try to kill this thing off. But you'd think that someone who would do something like that, and the way the scene is presented is basically right in front of Glinda. It's Glinda, right?
Yeah.
Blatantly in front of Glinda's face. Like, you would think he would be kicked out of school for something like that. Because, in theory, those aren't meant to transport people. So, like, what if Jean died? Like, it just seems like nothing happened to him. And it's like, oh, it's
Yeah.
alright. He can, almost kill somebody. It's cool.
Yeah, a couple people mentioned that too. And, no, yeah, it's weird. It was a lot of the ways certain things in this episode were presented were just a little bit bizarre.
Well, that particular, the way the school works, they might also be encouraging people to stand up for themselves at the same time. I mean, if they can't handle their peers, how can they handle killing monsters?
Yeah, but there's a difference of handling peers and someone shoving you into a locker that could land in the middle of water and drown you. I mean, there's a line there, I think, that definitely got crossed.
I can see both sides. That's an interesting point. I'll give Ichi that. But, again, yeah, it's freaking kind of what the fuck sort of thing. I hate mucus.
Mucus. I mean, yeah, everything else I could see being illustrating your point, Ichi, but when you stuff somebody in a locker that, and I mean, I don't honestly can't get that technical right now, but the amount of energy that rocket would have to release, or the rocket locker would have to release to carry equipment, let alone an entire person, definitely has the potential to kill somebody on impact. Like, there's no two ways around it. Like he literally could have killed Jean in theory.
Well,
that's definitely a line that got crossed.
If you were going off of today's technology, but the technology they have would be quite a bit different. You wouldn't necessarily need that kind of lift, considering the way their equipment and everything works there.
But you would to carry a person.
Well, no, not. It's just like how their weapons and everything work as well. I mean, they use dust or magic, or I know magic is taboo or some crap like that. But just the way it all works just may not need all of that magical-like abilities, I'll say.
Still, I still say that that's the line that got crossed.
I just find it amusing, and I didn't mention it in my journal, and I don't know whether or not I will edit it out in this clip, but I was just really amused the fact that it was like a day ago that I read a freaking Bumblebee fanfic that involved a locker, and it was, the crossover was all, it was, yeah. I'm sorry. I can't. There's just oh my god, Yang, when she was listening to Nora and she was resting her chin on her hands, was like, I probably thought that was cuter than even Ruby and her cookie eating and her milk drinking stuff. Seriously.
Another thing that I saw somebody bring up is, why doesn't anybody wear their uniforms?
No, I know, right? I brought that. It's the first point that I mentioned. I think one of the first points. It was at least the first thing that I noticed. It's just I mean, of course, yeah, I understand that they're in their regular stuff when they're in combat, but not just the fact that they're at a school, regardless of the fact that, it's a combat school. They still have classes and stuff. But also, like, they design uniforms for the characters, so why aren't, it seems strange.
You'll see them in one scene, and then, like, they'll turn a corner, and all of a sudden they're not wearing it anymore.
Yeah. And I mean, like, Velvet was in her, she could be in a different class, of course, but, like, it just seemed like one student is in her uniform, and the others are kind of just, like, not. It's not like I mind their regular outfits and stuff. They're, badass in their own ways. Just seems odd. That's all.
Velvet's name. It sounds like it should be something to do with, like, the Velveteen Rabbit or something, but her name literally is another word for scarlet fever. The same with Jean's name. Jean's name is also a skin condition. Both of them are a skin condition.
Well, like, yeah, I've read that it has, Velvet has to do with, like, both the Velveteen Rabbit and Scarlet Fever and kind of thing. I haven't heard anything about Jean being a skin condition.
Jaundice?
Oh, I meant the title episode. I thought you meant, like, his actual name kind of thing. I did read that Cardin is actually based off of the Cardinal Bishop that, I forgot his name, that presided over the trial and execution of Joan of Arc, which I guess makes sense.
Well, somebody had an interesting theory on both Scarlet, John, and Blake's names.
Wait, Scarlet who?
Are Velvet.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They wrote Scarlet, because they were saying Scarlet Fever. But they say Blake's last name, Belladonna, more commonly known as Nightshade, and Scarlet Fever both cause rashes, possibly faunus connection, meaning that Jean and Blake could be also part faunus.
Maybe. I find it a little bit hard to believe that they would make Jean a faunus, but I don't know. They could, pull something out of nowhere. So I won't totally discount it.
Well, I mean, he could be, but, like, it would, he could be, like, a second or third generation, like the faunus has sort of been watered down, so to speak. So he doesn't, like, portray any physical features?
Yeah.
Or maybe he does, and they just haven't shown it yet, Could be covered up by his clothes somewhere. Who knows, maybe he has a tail that he doesn't tell anybody about.
I'm kind of wondering whether or not faunus, like, have tails and stuff. Like...
We know they got ears!
Well, no, yeah, but, like... I don't know. Do they have tails? Can't. I don't know. Maybe I should pause until Mega gets back.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'll do that. I wanted to bring up... Shit, what did I want to bring up? God damn it.
Yeah, Ichi, what the hell?
I blame you for going AFK.
Seriously, Mega?
Oh, what was it? It was something to do with... Oh, yeah, when they were fighting. When Cardin and Jean were fighting. And afterwards, Glinda was like, try to make a point of looking at your... What are they called? Scrolls? Or something? I call them mini iPads, yeah. And it's like...
Nexus 7?
It's like, really? In the middle of combat? Like, I mean, that just seems a little bit...
Scroll.
Like, I fail. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, I was trying to think, like, wait, how are they supposed to refer to these things while they're fighting?
Yeah, it's like, wait, hold on. Let me just check my scroll here. Oh no, wait, sorry, my aura's in the red. I gotta switch up to defensive right now. So just give me a second.
Wait a minute, let me mount this to my face before we start.
Check my scroll. Pause.
Time out.
You would think that would be something they could sort of internally gauge.
I know, right? I would have thought that, yeah, they could sort of feel their aura level.
They also
Why
had,
does
like...
that sound so dirty?
They also had the
Don't feel the
two
aura.
that were fighting, like their face and their aura level like up on like a scoreboard type thing above them. So they
Your
could,
aura
like,
level
look-
seems unusually high.
You got an aura in your pocket. You just happen to see me.
You know, I got called out for making one of those jokes, actually. And it's like, I am not above it. I don't care. Sorry, but,
To be fair, Ichi, depending on the exact sort of angle and orientation of the screen, it might not actually be able to be seen from that where they're standing. But the other way to sort of interpret that whole scene is she might have said that to Jean because he's sort of the late bloomer, I guess you could call it. I mean, he didn't even have an aura till Pura unlocked it for him. So I mean that might be like why it seems so bizarre, because you know she knows John is sort of handicapped in that regards, perhaps.
Yeah, alright. That could kind of, I guess, explain it, I suppose. She did seem, I think one or two people brought it up, she did seem like a little bit sort of, she was picking specifically on Jean. Like, you know, the way she's like, we wouldn't want you to be eaten by a Beowulf kind of thing. But it's like, I just think that she's, you know, that type of person that's kind of, you know, the hard ass. And, I mean, she carries her out a freaking riding crop. Wait,
when
what?
they just entered the forest as well, she had mentioned, was it like, actually, was he really ready for that, you know? Like, she had made that comment to, was it Ozpin, when they were standing there watching?
Ozpin.
Somebody also mentioned, did I miss something? Because apparently, like, his name was written down, like, actually saying that he was ready for, like, advanced combat and stuff.
Wait, what?
Like,
where?
In one of the scenes, I don't remember which scene it was supposed to be, but somebody had mentioned that his name, next to his name, it had mentioned that he was ready for advanced combat. So they were assuming that maybe while he doesn't really display very good combat abilities right now, it may be like he has like a hidden power, so to speak, that gets unleashed at certain times, which I guess if you think about it that way would also hint at him being part Faunus as well.
Wouldn't necessarily, if all that's true, I wouldn't necessarily say that indicates him being part Faunus, Faunai.
Were you
Because,
AFK?
I mean, look at...
Yes,
I mean,
he was.
It's natural for everybody to have this sort of pseudo-magical aura style things. I mean, to say he has a hidden power, I don't think would necessarily indicate, because I mean, as far as we know, there's nothing, if I recall anything, if I'm assuming I'm not missing anything, Fauna don't have any special abilities other than the animal ears.
When you were AFK, I was mentioning that somebody had posted about possibly a link between Faunus, like who could be a Faunus because of their names. Like Velvet Scarlatina is actually another word for scarlet fever, and John's name Jaundice is actually another skin condition. And then
I
they
don't
go on.
think, but Jaundice isn't his name though. His name is just John.
Well, yeah, but I mean that's what I'm saying. Like, if you were to go with this whole thing, you know, they also go on to say that Blake's last name, Belladonna, also known as Nightshade, causes rashes and could possibly be a Faunus connection.
Could just be people.
What's the bunny's girl name?
Velvet Scarlatina.
What if it just means velvet scarf? Ha!
Well,
Well, she didn't have a scarf.
Like, it obviously sounds like it should be like from the Velveteen Rabbit. Somebody had mentioned that that they like the connection with Blake's last name, and seeing how most people view and bully the Faunus, it kind of makes sense to have their names connected to diseases.
It's an interesting theory, but again, I just, you know, I go back to the fact that, you know, Jean is based on Joan of Arc, and Cardin is based on, you know, the Cardinal. I think that is where his bullying comes in more than like the possibility of him being a Faunus. And also, Cardin's just an asshole. I don't think it goes much deeper than that, to be honest.
Well, well, that may be, and what's her name? I keep forgetting her name. Velvet. Yeah, I mean, obviously she's from the Velveteen Rabbit as well, but the way that they're wording their names, they could also be trying to make the connection to diseases or what do you call them? Yeah, as well, just to make the connection to being a faunus, to try to get both connections in there, to the old fairy tales as well as these conditions.
I suppose, but I mean, I don't know. At this point, with basically only one real sample to go by, one assumed and one just completely guesswork. Like I don't see that as it's a theory, but I mean its validity remains to be seen. I think.
Oh yeah,
but it is interesting. I agree with
This is
Nixie
all
in that case.
theory and stuff. So
we'll break his legs.
Yes. See, I don't understand. Nora, do it. I think he's right there.
Yes. It's like Yang would hold him down, and Nora would break his legs. And I was like, why stop there? Why not just go like full-on grenade launcher mode and like break his everything?
Yes, break his everything. I like this. I am behind this plan.
I had mentioned it to Ichi earlier that I read someone was talking about how like the RWBY ships, and they're like, yeah, I ship Cardin and Nora's hammer or something like that. No, Cardin's knees and Nora's hammer.
Somebody was mentioning that Team Cardin is like the like Slytherin house, and how Cardin
Blake Slytherin house.
Huh?
What? Team Cardinal, I think you said.
That's what I said.
I heard like Blake Slytherin house.
I said like.
Apparently, I just added a whole word in there somewhere.
And Cardinal is like Draco.
Huh.
Yeah, but that's like you could make that comparison to pretty much any show that has sort of a bully, group in it.
Speaking of Harry Potter, Triwizard Tournament, anybody?
Yeah. All I could think of was Mortal Kombat. That's totally the wrong sort of beat to go with that, but yeah.
I was gonna say I haven't really played much of the games, but I don't think that's quite how it goes. This is funny because isn't there? I don't know. I keep seeing ads for it on YouTube. Is there like a new movie coming out or something, or is it for like a new game? Or I don't know. It's
if it's what I think it is. There's actually a internet series, and it's now like a second season or part 2 or something like that. It's like one of the sort of high budget, I guess you could say. From what little I know, I haven't actually watched it, but
great. Now I want to see Blake hook something with Gamble Shroud and yank it towards him and be like, "Get over here!"
On a slightly unrelated note, in the movie, Scorpion breathes fire.
Blake doesn't breathe fire. Mega.
I know. I wasn't implying Blake breathe breath fire.
I hate you so much. God damn you! Holy shit! You know what? I don't care. I'm going to voice this. I don't know. I don't think that we've told Ichi, have we, about this?
No.
I think we told Frosty, but not.
Didn't even tell Frosty. He quote unquote DC'd before I really said anything. I can tell the story if you want for posterity. I mean, I don't know if you want to publicize it, but.
I don't know. I don't know. I think no. Maybe they should be kept off of the discussions that are going on the internet for everybody to see. But goddamn you, man! I swear to God, it's just like I can't. Yeah. You make me want to draw more Bumblebee Darkfix. Seriously.
Why?
If you knew what we were talking about,
it wasn't even bad. It was just sort of be like something funny, sort of.
If you knew, Ichi, what we were talking about, you would understand. Maybe, possibly.
Hey, it's nowhere near Yang beaten and bloody on the ground, unable to see Blake. Okay, that is just far beyond anything that story involved.
Yeah, but it's like actually I think I drew that because I couldn't take the ship seriously anymore because of what you said. Honestly. So I had to have something that intense to bring it back to where it's okay, now they're a normal couple again.
That's a little unfair, I think, but I suppose you have some validity there. I don't think it's that bad though.
Anyway, I hate you.
You should leave this whole part in so people like start asking what story I'm talking about. that way there's enough how you say enough
what was it
interest.
called?
We'll do like a special segment on just the story.
Was it like it
And then
wasn't?
people will do.
No, Nip was the one with it. It was by Todd the Trickster on Tumblr. I can't remember the title. Was it Here Kitty Kitty? No.
Yes.
Yes? I don't remember.
I think
It wasn't. No, it wasn't Nip, and it wasn't Purr. It was. Yeah, no, it was Here Kitty Kitty. I think. I don't know. Maybe I'll put like a link. No, I won't put a link. People can find it themselves. But no, but even if they read it, they wouldn't get like why we're like discussing this, because we have anyway. Moving on. Let's move on, shall we? To the what should we move on to? God damn it!
I don't know if there really is anything else, to be honest with you. Only this particular episode. I mean, we pretty much covered everything that happened. Besides a lot of apparently all of Team RWBY and Team... What was the other team? What is John's team name? Juniper. Other apparently they've all gone blind and deaf. Like, see what happens when you jump into the crazy pool. Apparently it makes you blind and deaf after you get out.
Still assuming they get out. No, when they were in the dining hall room, whatever, I did notice that, like, you know, they had their plates in front of them. Except for, like, Blake, who had, like, a pile of books. She was, like, reading a book, and she had, like, a book open in front of her. It's like, okay, then.
At first, I thought it was Yang who was holding the book, and I was like, wait a minute, that's not Yang. What the hell?
I think Nora had a sandwich. Ren and Pyrrha had salads. Sean had this, like, weirdly shaped chicken nuggets that he was eating with a fork.
Dinosaur nuggets.
Alright, fine, dinosaur. They better not have been raptor shaped. I swear to fucking God.
The giant bird.
What, Nevermore got turned into nuggets? Nevermore nuggets? Never nuggets?
Yeah, that's probably. I don't know. Sounded funny.
I don't remember what Yang had in front of her. Weiss had an apple, which was pretty interesting. And, you know, of course, Ruby has, like, the cookies.
Was it a red apple?
No, actually it was green.
Damn.
Which was kind of like, huh. So, that's interesting.
They missed a subtle shipping possibility. It's like, oh, red apple. Proof right there.
Well, actually, I didn't actually think about that. Holy crap. I was more thinking about, you know, the whole Snow White thing. I'm pretty sure it was a red apple, not a green one that the witch gave her. But, sure, if you want to use that as shipping fuel, go ahead. I'm so, like, out of touch with pink, I swear to God. It's all Blake and Yang's fault. Seriously, they just have to sit next to each other, and it's, yeah.
Was there something specific about their food that you wanted to point out, or just what?
No, just more just the apples thing and the nuggets thing and the cookies, in which I was surprised, like, there were only 2 on her plate, but, you know, someone mentioned she might have just inhaled them off screen or something. So
I was gonna say
yeah.
That's probably just what's left.
It's probably like her 3rd plate too.
Yeah.
Did Yang have a glass in front of her? Maybe she was drinking milk. Because obviously she takes all the milk. And, you know, Ruby handles the cookies. Anything else? Trying to go through, like, the list that I made, but I think we covered everything. Oh, regarding Cardin's mace, I saw a picture. Someone was like, is it just me or does Cardin's mace remind you of one of these? And they, like, linked a picture of, like, a cooking whisk, an egg whisk thing or whatever. And I was like, yeah.
It's more like someone took a whisk and, like, taped it to the end of a broom handle.
I kind of, for some reason, it kind of reminded me of, like a weapon from Oblivion, like the Elder Scrolls game.
Yeah.
I don't know why, like a Daedra weapon or something. It just seemed like it looked like one of those, or it could be one of those kind of things. Also, his armor, I don't know why. I didn't know why at the time, but it was like, why does it seem like so kind of familiar to me, or like, where have I seen it before? And like, actually with his overall look, he reminds me of Alistair from Dragon Age. I don't think either of you two have played it, but yeah, I was like, oh, yeah, that's where I've seen it before, kind of like, because Alistair has like the Warden armor, which has like the same sort of look kind of thing. Yeah.
It's interesting. As far as his mace goes, it looked like it had like sort of an outer layer of like metal spines, and then like the at the very center was like some kind of darker metal, or maybe some kind of gem. And you meant likening it to Diedrich weapons from Elder Scrolls. It gave me the thought, like, if they gave it sort of the glow from an internal spherical glow, it could totally be one of the toilet bowl cleaners from WoW.
Yes.
Speaking of WoW, going back to John, they were saying how they think he's going to be more of a tank/paladin than a fighter. You know, giving out orders and to the team and soaking up damage.
And his name begins with a J. I mean, you know, more proof there.
Of course, somebody had to seriously.
I'm gonna tell Jay that you linked John to him. See what his reaction is.
Somebody had to purposely. I don't know. They had to ask what a paladin was.
That's not surprising.
Like seriously, they had to ask what a paladin was.
Well, I mean, if they were talking in general and not just WoW terms, then yeah, it's kind of like, surprisingly, yeah, they hadn't heard the general term before. But I mean, if they were asking specifically, like, in terms of WoW, then I'm not as surprised.
Yeah.
But
Well, somebody had to comment and ask and say, I'm not entirely sure. Like, how many people do not know what a paladin is?
that's actually probably a legit answer now. Although when I think of Jean and I think of Paladin, the first thing that I thought was Bubble Hearth. Or like Divine Intervention. It reminds me
John
of, like,
would be like accidentally using DI.
Yeah,
You
and
see
then
like
it's like,
John
why
fall
can't I
over and some
move?
random person get a bubble around him. It's like,
And he can't figure out how to like turn it off, and he's like, I can't move, guys. Didn't someone do that one time in a raid?
Yeah.
It's kind of like, did you just? And they're like, I can't move.
Yeah.
It's kind of just
What did Jay's like his wife? He bubbled somebody. He DI'd and bubbled somebody else, and they're like, "What the hell? Like, if somebody's wrong, I can't move." And Jay's like, "Yeah, just take the wipe." Like 30 seconds later, it's like, "Oh yeah, just take the wipe."
Oh, I kind of want to draw like the two teams in like a 10-man raid with like Ozpin and Glinda as like the raid leaders. Holy shit. It would be like, okay, the two tanks would be, the main tank would be, actually I think the main tank would be Nora. Or
Because then the monster would just die instantly and just get booped, and you know that's it. now if you thought of it in the terms of like when Icy Touch became like 800 bajillion threat, and all you did was just spam Icy Touch as a
I remember that.
tank, then yes, I could see that being Nora.
man, why did they ever change that? It's like, seriously, all I had to do was like sit there and press the 4 button. It was just like, you done over there yet, Mega? Can you come take this guy?
Seriously?
But no. The tanks would be Yang and Nora. Well, I guess Jean and Pyrrha would be the tanks, I suppose.
I couldn't. Even though she has a shield, I don't think she'd fall in the category.
Yeah, no, me neither. Yang would definitely tank. Possibly Jean. Let's go with Jean and Yang. And then the healers would be Weiss and Glinda? Or maybe Ozpin. We have no idea what Ozpin does. He could just like throw coffee on everyone and be like insta, like not life bloom. What was that like instant
Rejuve?
heal? No, Rejuve was the hot, right?
No, Rejuve was the small heal plus the hot.
Oh, okay. No. There was one where like if you had a hot on it on the target, you could hit that button. Nature Swiftness? Was it Nature Swiftness?
Yeah.
It would be like that. It'd be like insta heal.
That, I think.
You just like throw coffee on him.
He's like, be buffed, and he's handing out like espressos. Red buffs, everybody.
Instead of Blessing of Kings, Blessing of Caffeine.
Somebody was saying how his weapon is his coffee cup.
I wish.
I'm disappointed that it's not, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't know. I think I would see him as a ranged DPS, though, personally. At this point in time. Now, I don't know if that'll be the case, but and I see Glinda as being your druid kin form. Like, she actually can like out DPS like the pathetic pugs, but is actually really a healer.
like Restokin.
Yeah, Restokin, that's what it's called.
Yeah, before tree form was mandatory.
Yeah.
Yeah, and everyone else would be like DPS.
That'd be interesting. That piece, I would like to see that piece if you ever are so inclined.
I'd have to draw 10 characters. That would it's not even just, you can't know. Unless they were chibi. Actually, no, that's just as bad because I suck at chibis. But anyway, going back to actual RWBY, I think we sort of went off in a rocket launcher to a different planet for a second there.
Like a rocket-propelled locker.
Yeah.
Also, just to go back to the whole rocket locker thing, Ichi, saying that maybe it's some sort of pseudo magic. Rocket is in the name, so just saying.
Trying to think of anything else to prolong my avoidance of doing work. But I think we probably covered it. Oh, they were talking about oh no, we kind of talked about it. The festival. They call it Vital Festival? Is that what it's called, or did they call it something else? I heard the word Vital, and I think I've seen it in posts on the internet, but I don't know if that's exactly what it's called, or if it's a place or a person or something.
It could be the name of the festival, and it takes place at a vital place. Had to have at least one pun. I mean, come on, seriously.
I know. I have no puns. There have been no puns at all this week. Probably
Used
because
them all already.
It's probably that, and I've been too busy, making bad things happen to good characters and such. And I'm not done yet.
If I had energy, I would go on a tangent to make you pay for that, to have to subtitle it. But I do not have that kind of energy or mental facilities.
Well, then I guess that should be good. I keep thinking I'm forgetting something. What am I forgetting?
I don't know. I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah. It's, yeah. Alright, well, say bye to the nice people that sat through our stuff.
Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. Look at our Twitter if you can find it, because it doesn't exist. So, good luck with that. If you do, then you deserve extra points.
I think I started making a Twitter, but I never actually completed the registration part of it because I didn't see the point, because I would probably I don't see how I would ever use it, because it wouldn't I don't see the point of making it when I wouldn't be getting traffic, I guess, I suppose. I mean, I can always just post random things on my journal. So it's why would I want to do it on another side? Although they have a a link thing on DA where it links your accounts or something now. So I don't know, maybe I don't know. I'm fine with just DA.
Well, let me do it again. Hi, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, go fuck yourself. Have a good day. Of course, we still don't have a Facebook account, so good luck on that one too. But
I have actually decided to make a Reddit account, but to link the videos for these little discussions. But I haven't done it yet.
I still haven't joined Reddit.
You can find a lot of interesting things there.
So I've heard.
Including VnixxiR's artwork,
apparently. Although, actually, someone left a message on my profile page that Lindsay Tuggy blogged the suitable piece, which was kind of cool. And like on her Twitter, she has like this frame thing, and it looks so badass in the frame. It's kind of amazing. Like when she posts pictures, it has like this giant ass gold frame. But yeah, pretty cool. Oh, and like randomly, I was on the TV tropes page, and it's like this random link to, I think it was like episode 9. No, it was episode 10 journal entry because of like the pink shipping and stuff. It's kind of like, okay. But anyway, yes, okay, finished. Any other messages we would like to add, or social networks we would like to cuss out and stuff? You forgot Tumblr,
Stay
Mega.
tuned for next time. Forgot what?
You forgot Tumblr.
Hey, Tumblr, go fuck yourself.
Hey, I get like a lot of good shit from Tumblr, right?
Tumblr,
So,
don't go fuck yourself. Unless you feel like fucking yourself. And then this is just gonna get awkward really quickly.
I think so. Yeah, that's okay. Bye, people. The stop button is not working.
The people apparently do not want to go bye-bye. So.
No, I'm serious. It's not. I'm clicking. Can you hear the clicking? It's not stopping.
Try the keyboard commands.
What the fuck is the keyboard? I don't even know what the keyboard command is.
Isn't it like Control Shift something?
Control Shift T.
Shift. If I swear to God, if you close this and I lose all of my crap, I will kill you. I will.
I'm going off of what the default is.
What do you say?
Did you?
Control.
Go fuck yourself.
Control Shift T.
Yeah.
Well, that's not good.
It's not working. Itchy.
Try hitting the record button again or something? I don't know.
The record button's grayed out. Well then. This is awkward. I'm afraid to like close the program because I don't want to like lose the recording.
Well, everybody, you're going to hear a constant recording of us in TeamSpeak.
What the fuck?
Hello.
Fuck off, Griswold!
My
You can go
name is
fuck yourself with
Professor
Twitter.
Griswold.
God damn it. What the hell? Alright, searching
you
in
said-
Google. TeamSpeak will not stop recording.
You said, God damn it, you're going to get all the non-atheists mad at us now.
Non-atheists, go fuck yourselves.
Mega, no more caffeine for you. Okay, this is getting a little bit redonkulous now.
So who's up for recording another session?
Of what? We don't have like...
The chief should GM, and we'll record that too. Come on,
I
who
still
wants to
have
record?
plans
Who
on
wants
it.
to GM Dead Rain? You can even have all of my notes.
Oh, God. I do not want any more football players.
And suddenly, football zombie team.
It's like, we took out, like, a bunch of people rushing at us with shooting them with sniper rifles and stuff, and we barely survived, a couple of them inside of a random house. And then, like, all of a sudden, what was it, 3 or 4 football players come out, and boom, we're all dead.
It wasn't quite that quickly. You guys survived a
Almost.
couple rounds.
Almost that quickly.
Well, see, you can GM, and just remember, that was my first time playing that system, so, And Palladium isn't exactly the easiest to balance out.
God damn fucking TeamSpeak, son of a bitch.
TeamSpeak, go fuck yourself.
Seriously,
Try changing
can't-
channels and coming back, and then trying to stop it.
will that...
It's better than letting it record forever.
Well, in theory, her hard drive will fill up, and it'll probably say, hey, wait a minute, your hard drive's full, and stop recording.
Oh god, that would take a while though, because actually
Seeing as you cannot hit the stop record button, it probably means that part of your TeamSpeak has crashed, so it's already messed up anyway. So you
I
might as
hate
well
you.
at least try changing channels and coming back and then hitting stop again, or just closing TeamSpeak and seeing if that works.
I hate you so much. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna